Morning, everybody. Thank you for inviting me. I used to have more hair in that picture. That's absolutely true. Thank you to go deep in my Facebook and look all the things. Well, first of all, thank you, Miriam, and all the team of Latam StartUp to invite me. It's a real honor to know a little bit more about the Toronto innovation ecosystems. And also, my idea is to share with you what we're doing right now and working with the Pacific Alliance, which is like the trending topic of the Latin American countries that are working together. And it's a trending topic because we are doing a lot of good things. Some of them are ongoing, some of them has to be designed, but all others are already being implemented. And it's very good to have this possibility to share what we are doing right now. So it's going to be absolutely the easy way to scale in Latin America. Probably in where some things are really doing very well, and others that they are a challenge. So, first of all, what I wanted to tell you is, okay, what is this thing about the Pacific Alliance? I mean, we should know a little bit more about these countries. Well, first of all, it's an initiative. Of a regional integration with Mexico, Colombia, Chile, and Peru. There are a lot of other countries that want to be, in and together, but it's still an association between false countries yet. It was officially established in 2011. If you see the market, and this is why it's so very good to scale in the Pacific Alliance, it's more or less 260 million persons, and have an average per capita of GDP about more or less USD almost $10,000. So it's a huge market if you take the 4 countries together. That is the most important thing. Of course, Mexico is the bigger market in the 4 countries, but if by itself it's not as competitive as you take the four countries and the 4 market. And the 4 countries as well is the 8th economic power and the 8th export force worldwide. So there is a lot of things very huge in the Pacific Alliance, but we want to use that power and focus that on innovation. And that is the thing that I would like to share with you today. Because this is public policies on the field with a lot of challenges yet, but it's on the field, and that's very all you are entrepreneurs and you know that the fields give you the most relevant information. There's also another very important things about the Pacific Alliance. You have observer states, which means there are almost 50 countries, or probably more, and there are different economies. Most of them are innovation-driven economies, the developed countries, that they want to know, Canada is one of those countries, that they want to know, okay, what is these things about the Pacific Alliance, and is it going to work? And if it's work, where is it going to work, in which specific things? And that is very relevant for us, because that means that we can connect all entrepreneurs and innovators with other markets, with other things, with other institutions that wanted to see how the things are going in Latin America. Countries like I said, like Canada, United States, other Central American countries like Guatemala, probably Salvador, and Ecuador, Argentina, etc. Switzerland. You have many different economies. I know not all of them participate in the same way. Some of them are more proactive. Yeah, that's 100% true. But they want to know, what can do. Actually, Israel is one of the most active countries, and they, want to do things with the Pacific Alliance all the time. But of course, we have some challenges, and we have some strengths. And the strength is that, it's a common language. Well, with exception in Latin America with Brazil, but Brazil is not part of the Pacific Alliance. Actually, the Pacific Alliance, the idea is to compete with Brazil. But anyway, that's obviously Brazil is so big, that we have to have something to compare. But it's a common language, all todos hablamos español, so that is very, very relevant thing. The second thing is geographical proximity. You can take a flight from Bogota and be in Santiago de Chile in a couple of hours. So that is very important in terms of doing business in the Pacific Alliance. Third of all, is a cultural affinity. Most of the countries share this cultural thing, so we can understand each other in a very easily way. Similar social and economical challenges. And values and common history. I mean, we are not all the countries, developed. We want to be and to do the things in a better way. So we have things to share. But there are some challenges, of course, and they're very big challenges that we still have to solve. One of them is regulations. I mean, if you want to connect 4 countries, okay, we have a lot of issues for regulations. Who's going to hold money? Can you send money to one country to the other? If you're an angel investor, can I just go to your country and do an investment? How much is going to be the taxes in that country? So probably those things, we're working on it, but those things can be, complicated. And, The second thing is internationalization, capacity. I mean, we have to look globally. We have to look the world. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, and everybody knows this, you have to, find something and a solution that can be applied around the world, or at least in a huge market. And the Pacific Alliance is that. First of all, consistency in political cycles. We have governments of 4 years, 5 years. So they take 1 year, to come in, and they say, okay, this is the minister of this is the minister of that, and then the second year, you start to do things. Third year, you have a second year to do things, and the fourth year, you are saying, okay, goodbye. So it's very short governments, and you have to do all the work again to go and convince the ministers, the people who work in the innovation agencies. So that takes a lot of time, and you have to start over and over again after 4 years. And that is obviously not very good for a public policy for innovation. Institutionality, that means that we need to have probably more and better institutions with the capacities to take innovation and move it. We have some very good institutions that are doing a lot of things in Chile, Peru, Colombia, and Mexico, but we still need to still be much better. And the last one that is marked in red, it's something that I see when you talk with the entrepreneurs. It's not everybody, of course, but it's confidence and attitude for innovation. It's a mindset that is not yet quite spread in society in Latin America and the 4 countries of the Pacific Alliance. We have people who want to, go and embrace the world with their innovations, but there are others that they still think, okay, but I'm from this country of Latin America, I'm not very sure if I'm going to be able. Let me tell you something. Yes, you are completely capable to take those things and be a successful innovator. The market is going to tell you that, not me, of course. The market is going to tell you, okay, if you are good enough, we're going to use what you develop. But that mindset, we still have to, push it more, which I think is very relevant. Okay, and the big question is why entrepreneurs are in other countries of Latin America, of the Pacific Alliance, or probably here in Toronto in the US, should see the Pacific Alliance as your next opportunity to go into Latin America. First of all, because all these countries they're trying to take the big leap, and the big leap is to be developed countries and transform in the best innovation ecosystem of Latin America. That is the mindset, and a lot of people that are working on this, people from the private sector and public sector, has this in mind. The second, and this is the most relevant thing, this is the focus of all the innovation activities. It's a common innovation ecosystem. We already know that Chile, Colombia, Mexico, and Peru has good things to share, but we want to go, further. We want to build a common innovation ecosystem. It's like probably some of you are citizens of the European Union and have a passport of the European Union. Myself, I'm a Greek, I'm Chilean as well. So I can move in the European Union as a European. So you have one passport, and you can go to another country to work, travel, have a job, etc. Imagine the same thing for innovators in the Pacific Alliance, moving from one country to another. That is the idea. With just a couple of phone calls, and to try to use the market that you have next to your country. And of course, these 4 things is a better opportunity than just one market. And why we have to do this? Because we need to increase the speed of the innovation ecosystem. So if you want to have more opportunities, this speed has to increase. And when that happens, and what is the relevance? Because we need more adequate and sufficient human capital. people more prepared to deal with innovators, entrepreneurs in different levels. Adequate infrastructure. I mean, in general, that is a very good thing in the country, but we need better. Good business environment. I mean, I want to do business in a country that is easy, that is something that people want to do. And we have to, be part of economies driven by innovation and knowledge. And that is not, of course, the main focus of these 4 countries, because we are not 100% developed yet. Okay? So what we're doing very specifically, and this is a chair job, work, of the innovation group of the Pacific Alliance, which is people from the different governments and innovation agencies from Mexico, from Peru, from Colombia, and Chile, and with the support, economical and technical, of the Inter-American Development Bank. So we designed a public-private innovation agenda for the Pacific Alliance. Some of these initiatives are working. And the idea is to build a common innovation story. I mean, we just need to go further. The 4 countries has to have their own chapter of innovation. And that is what it, becomes this agenda. So the agenda has different activities. Some of them are ongoing, and the others are not started yet, but it's going to start in a couple of months. So first of all, we create an angel investor network. We call it Angels AP, or Ángeles AP in Spanish, which is going to be like networks of investors who want to use the Pacific Alliance, or a place that you put your money in different projects. We're going to work in crowdfunding initiatives. For example, Colombia still have some regulations issues related with crowdfunding. So if an entrepreneur wants to have money for these things, and you have regulation issues, you have to take care of those things. We are setting up and designing the first step of a network of innovation agencies, like the experience of Eureka in Europe. I mean, if you want to have better business public policies and innovations, you need to put the innovation agencies to working together, sharing visions, sharing things, sharing probably money, infrastructure, other things. As well, we are working on the Acelera AP, which is the network of business accelerators. The main idea is to stop learning. I'm going to talk about later in this meeting. Cultural mindset, which is we need to tell everybody that being an entrepreneur and innovator is something that you can do. It's something that we want in our society. We need more public innovation labs. In some way, in Chile there's a Laboratorio de Gobierno, which is an institution that is seeing innovation, public innovation, and the public problems to bring the private initiatives to solve public problems. And we're trying to not just to take the Chilean case, other cases that we can set up a network and work on that. Public-private commissioner for regulations. That is the way to take care of all these regulation things. Activities of tech transfer and corporate innovation as well, which is very relevant. So the agenda has a lot of things. Like I said, some of them are ongoing and others are about to start. So let me talk about a little bit about the Business Accelerator Network, or Acelera AP. The main focus of this initiative is 4 things. First of all, soft landing. What if you are an entrepreneur from Colombia and you want to move to Mexico? Okay, where are you going to stay? Where are you going to work? Who's going to help you? Who's going to help you with technical support, which is the other thing? Who's going to help you with networks? I have no idea how to do business in Mexico. I mean, and the cultural things that probably are not good in my country, and I have to figure out a lot of things if you're going to move to a country. It's not just to go and do some tourism of special interest. It's to go and do business, to really go and prepare your business model to the next level. So for that, you need networks. And of course, it's a very relevant part too of this accelerator network. It's more business between the accelerators. And that is something that we want to boost because we think is very, very relevant. We have some accelerators that are the first participants in this network. It's actually the next Monday in Chile. We are having a workshop with a lot of people from business accelerators and also for the angel investing network and the public sector. So we are going to have the first agreements to start operate the network, and we hope to see the first entrepreneur moving in the second semester of this year. What about the angel investor network, which is other of the ongoing things that in this innovation agenda, or angel AP? The main focus is obviously more investment possibilities between these angel investors, technical support, a lot of things that we don't know, and the angel investors need more information to become one. Yeah, probably I have money. The money that I use is go for infrastructure. But sometimes investors think, go for infrastructure is the same thing to put your money in a startup. Let me tell you, and you probably already know this, that is nothing like that. I mean, 100% risky is absolutely different. You have to deal with different people with crazy ideas. That is very different than have an apartment or have, condos. It's very different. So it's technical support, to have better prepared investors. Increased financing possibilities for entrepreneurs, of course. Public innovation agencies has a lot of money for entrepreneurs, but we need, different financial opportunities. And as well, like the Accelerate AP, more business between angel investors. I think this is very relevant, and if they see opportunity of each other to share this opportunity, we're going to have obviously more business. These are the funded members, and like I said, on this next Monday in Santiago de Chile, we're going to have a workshop to work with them. This is just the first group. It doesn't mean that we are not going to have others, of course, but we need to start with someone, and this is the first part of this group. And this is other of the initiatives that is ongoing, and we are designing the first part of a public innovation agency network that we have called Innova AP. We still have a lot of work to do, but it's a very interesting initiative that is led by Impulsa in Colombia, INADEM in Mexico, Innovate in Peru, and Corfo in Chile. So the main idea here is why don't we put these 4 innovation agencies to work together to improve the innovation ecosystem of the Pacific Alliance in a lot of things, because they are doing many things in their countries. So let's go to another level and to share public policies, for example, good practices, which is very relevant when the innovation agencies, financial instruments, that is, obviously, they have, everybody knows the Startup Mexico, or Startup Chile, or Startup Peru. That brings entrepreneurs from the country. But what if someone from Peru wants to go to other country of the Pacific Alliance? Do they have a finance instrument to go and say, hey, I want money to spend a while in Colombia? No, I'm sorry, this one is just Peru. So we have a problem, because I'm thinking globally, and I want to go, abroad. So that is the things that we want to solve. Obviously, call for proposal together. Maybe we can have a specific call for proposal for challenges by clusters. Peru and Chile, for example, in mining, Colombia in agriculture, or in other things, or maybe in coffee, whatever. We are designing the first step with that. And as well, our learning community. All these agencies has people that are very committed with the innovation, Pacific Alliance Innovation Ecosystem. So they want to do better their job, and of course we want to have this learning community. So what about the next step? This is my final remarks. Obviously we need numbers in these things, and we want to accelerate at least 20 more or less projects between 2017 and 2018 in the Pacific Alliance using this platform of Accelerate AP and Angels AP. Close at least, this is the idea, 5 new deals with Angels AP. We need that money of these angels on the entrepreneurs, scaling out their projects. And launch, this is something like the catalog to scale up the Pacific Alliance. If you are from Colombia, Chile, Peru, or Mexico, or if you are in other of the countries and you want to go to the region, okay, where you have to look, where is the main information? And we are designing all those things to facilitate and to become the Pacific Alliance Innovation Ecosystem, friendly user innovation ecosystem. So like all of you say, the time is now. We have a lot of work to do, but the time is now. Thank you very much.